All right, we just got out here. We made it a couple hundred feet and the vehicle stopped moving. If you picked it up, it would move, but it wouldn't move under any load. Made a little noise. And what happened is the pinion here, that set screw came loose, and it was just that motor, that shaft on the motor was just spinning around, but the gear wasn't moving. It's actually pretty simple to take out. We'll show you a video putting it back together in hopes if this happens to you, you don't have to drive all the way back home to fix it. You can just put it back together and keep going.
On the trail.
On the trail. So there's a flat side on the stud coming out of the motor. The gear goes on one way and tightens to that flat side. We put a little bit of blue Loctite. The motor goes in one way. If you look at that shape, it'll slide right down in there. Rear has to drop in first, but you should be able to slide that front in there. And then there's just a cover that locks it in place. Set screw down. And now knowing this, I don't think you even have to pull the motor out. I think
you do, because you got to be able to get to the flat spot. Make sure you get the flat spot on the motor.
Right. So,
all right. Screws back on.
Put the cover back on.
Never leave home without your tools or blue Loctite.
That's right.
Unless you want to carry it home.
Which would suck. These things are pretty heavy, and you know, sometimes we get walking pretty far from the truck. So it's just those 3 screws the cover slides on that holds that motor in place.
Never got this before. Just learned it right now.
Yep.
Fresh.
I wish we had a video of showing what it did before. It was just making a little noise. It wasn't super loud, but it seemed like the motor was engaging, but just wasn't.
You give it throttle, and it basically, I drove it, and then all of a sudden it quit moving. You give it throttle, and it would kind of like think it would just barely move the driveline, and then it would stop. If you picked it up, it would spin the wheels, but if you touched the wheel, it would stop.
Yep.
There was no grinding, but you could hear a really light, like a motor, just a buzzing sound.
Yep.
So we quickly pull an access cover, powered it back up, give it throttle, and the pinion don't move. We know that the pinion came loose.
Yep. So we're gonna verify here in just a second. We'll plug it in and make sure it goes.
We're not verifying, we're going crawling.
Oh.
We know it's fixed.
Yeah. Yeah. If we see smoke,
It's your fault.
then we'll be verifying. If it works, then we knew. But that's the thing with these crawlers, you know, all this stuff, a lot of it's not Loctite. It doesn't have Loctite on it. A lot of it is, it comes loose as you use it. It's like anything, when you upgrade it, even on a real rig, you gotta go back and check it.
Yeah, because you beat the shit out of it.
Yeah. So let's plug in, let's make sure it moves. Oh, we're already plugged in, so. Make sure it will move, and then we can put the pins in and roll. Gotta tuck that wire.
Personal irritation.
Control right there. Let's make sure it goes.
You lack confidence?
we go. Awesome.